But it's about the people complaining. They're out in the wilderness and they start complaining to God about not having enough food. They're upset to be out there because at least in Egypt, where they were slaves, they seem to be forgetting that part that they were slaves. They could eat all the bread and meat that they wanted. Now, you're probably not old enough to have seen this yet, but it's a common human problem. We tend to look back at the past and see it as better than it actually is. That's that problem we humans have. That seeing of the past can interfere with the way we are living our lives now. The Israelites were so focused on the past back in Egypt when they were slaves that they couldn't really think about the fact that now they're free. They're not slaves anymore. They seem to keep forgetting about that. Or they're also forgetting about how God is taking care of them no matter what. So they come to Moses and Moses' brother Aaron, who were their leaders, with their concerns about food. Did any of you hear what God told Moses? That's okay. That's okay. I plan to reiterate it. God promised to make sure that they had enough food. Each day, God would give them a flaky, powdery substance that would fall from the sky that would serve as their bread. And every evening, a big flock of quail would come into the camp, and they could catch the quail, and they could eat them. So every morning, God gave them bread, and every evening, God gave them meat. So God was taking care of them. They asked, and God provided. Now, we don't have Moses and Aaron around anymore. How would we ask God for something? How do we ask God for something? Grant. We pray. We pray. That's what we do. When we ask God, we pray. So to sum up my message, the Israelites complained about not having any food, and God provided them bread from heaven every morning and meat from quail every evening. And the lesson for us today is we can ask God for help, and God